Hello and welcome to Peggy's Tropical Garden, coming to you from the Florida Keys. In a recent video I took you along as we pulled some giant pothos growing in the woods by my house. At that time I discovered several other plants. Do you see what I see? Look closely, you can see some Sansevieria, some snake plants. So going out along the roadway, right along the edge of the woods are a ton of snake plants. These are easier to get to. The ones in the woods are actually very tall. I'm talking 3 and 4 feet tall. These are a little shorter, but easier for me to access. I don't have any that look like these. These have like an orange or red margin, and they just look different. I don't have any of these. I mean, look, they are everywhere. I've got to have some of these. Let me scout them out and see what looks good. Which ones are easy to get and the tallest ones I can get. Like any frugal plant woman, I want the most bang for my buck. Oh, they're free. I can always make room in my budget and my garden for free. All right, going in for the first one. Let's see if I can dig it up here. This is in rock, so it is quite solid. Let me see if I can pull it out. Oh, it's not coming. Oh, there we go. And I got some roots. On to the next one. This is not digging material either. I'm going to try to pull it like I did last time. Let's see. Oh, these are not. Oh, these broke off. No roots, but that's okay. We can still use them. A camera in one hand and a shovel in the other. Sorry for the shaky footage. Look what we got, guys. You hear that in the background? Even my new grandbaby is excited about these. Can you believe that? 41 inches. A snake plant that is 41 inches. I'm so excited about these. I had to go back and get some more. This is what I ended up with, and this is what I'll be potting up in different ways. It's funny how we worry about our plants so much, having the right soil, the right this, doing that, watering them and all of that. And these things are out here in the woods with minimal rain, doing their own thing in whatever kind of soil. And, you know, they know what to do. Look at that. You see that red margin? I've never seen that before. I'm sure there's someone out there who has. I'm sure they're probably very common somewhere else, but I just haven't seen them. So if you know what kind these are, if they have a different name, let me know. Now I'm going to start with the Sansevieria that have no roots. And this one is 40 inches long. At first I was going to take these. This is the other one that didn't have any roots. I was going to cut them in smaller pieces and then soak the small pieces to propagate them and, you know, wait until they rooted. That sounded like a good idea at first, but with so many out there, I don't need to propagate them to get more. I can just go dig them up. These are in excellent condition. I've cleaned them with water and made sure that they are pest-free. So now what I'm going to do with these two is I'm going to take this glass cylinder of water and I'm just going to place them in here and let them root. And this is what I intend to do with any more that I pull up and I'm not able to get the roots. These glass cylinders are the same ones that I use for my semi-hydroponic orchids that I get at Dollar Tree. I think it would look really nice if you had like a shelf or something and you had several of these in a row. Simple, but I think it would be very nice. Okay, so let's move on to the Sansevieria that have roots. Now these came up with a lot of roots, so I'm thinking these are ready to pot. Look how orange they are. These roots look so cool. I kind of want to put them in a cylinder of water too. Maybe I'll do that next time. Clearly there's enough to go around. When it comes to roots, this one is clearly an overachiever. I'm going to be putting these in a pot. I'd have to use a really large pot to accommodate this root. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. First I'm going to sterilize my scissors with some alcohol and wipe them down clean to make sure that there's no germs or fungus or something from another plant. And wipe them off really nicely here. But what I'm going to do is cut them into a smaller size, to smaller size sections. and I'm going to plant those. Now for me, I consider this kind of experimental. I've never done anything like this before in terms of just planting a part of a root, or tuber or whatever you want to call it. So, but I've heard that you can plant them and that they will take and grow a plant from them. So I'm going to try that. So I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to cut it into more manageable sections also so that I can put them in a pot. Like I said, I've never done this before, so I'm not sure how it's done, but this is how I'm doing it, and we will see what the results are together. Go ahead and take these cut ends, and I'm just going to dip them in some rooting hormone. And I'm just doing this because I have some sitting here in this container that is left over from another project. So who knows, I guess it can't hurt anything, right? Now I'm going to go ahead and just pot the roots in some soil, but as you can see, I didn't cut them small enough. Only me, I tell you. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these in half so that they're small enough to fit in the pot. Go through the rooting hormone thing again. All right, so now we're ready for some potting. I'm just going to sit them in here. I put a little bit of soil in the pot already, and now I'm going to just trim off some of these wild roots that are on here and sit them on top of the soil. And I'm just laying them down sideways since the tuber was growing lengthwise like that. So that's how I've done it. And now I'm just going to go ahead and take some more soil and put it over the top of them. This would be the time when I would tell you, oh, in 2 weeks you'll start seeing plants or sprouts. Or I have no clue what will happen here or how this is going to work. So, I'm covering them with my soil and hoping for the best. I don't know what's going to happen or how long it'll take because, like I said, this is experimental to me. So there you have it. That's how I'm doing the excess tuber. So I have some fresh cuts I'm not going to water yet. And finally, for the Sansevieria that I was able to dig up with the roots, I plan on just putting these in a pot with some soil and planting them. But I'm trying to make it a little decorative. So what I'm going to do, since I don't have many of them and it's going to look kind of naked in a pot, I'm taking a piece of twine and I'm just going to tie it around here to keep them, grouped together in a bunch. Now, I had intended on putting these in a clay pot, which would be my preference. But after all these little projects, I don't even have one. So I'm going to use this little plastic pot here. And I'll probably end up sitting it in a ceramic one if I put it in the house. Or I might just leave it in this if I'm going to leave it on my porch. So I'm just going to go ahead and sit them in here in some soil and add some more until they're standing firmly. I've just recently really started getting into the Sansevieria, and to find something that I don't have right in the woods by my house. I mean, I've seen them before, but I didn't really pay them much attention. So I'm really happy about these, but there's a lot of little decorative projects I want to do with Sansevieria, so I'll make sure to bring you guys in on those. I also plan on doing a video to show you my Sansevieria collection. And there she is, standing on her own, firmly in the pot. Once I decide whether I'm going to put these inside or on the patio, I'm going to put some decorative stones in the top and maybe set it in a ceramic pot. But it really doesn't take much to dress up Sansevieria, the snake plant. I still can't believe I was able to get these free by just walking over to the woods by my house, and it's unbelievable how tall these are. So all that care we worry about with the kind of soil, how much water, they're just out there on their own doing their thing. I love it. I love it. And there she is. I hope you enjoyed this video. I appreciate you stopping by and spending time with me on this project. Don't forget to like and subscribe and take time out to do something fabulous in your garden. Bye-bye.